my beautiful angels. Guys, I got a microphone from TikTok shop and I hope you guys like it because it's pink. And I'm using my sprinkle claw clip for it. Today we are almost finishing the series about periods. We're going to talk about how to use things for your period. So like, what do you use? How do you do it? How do the girls do it? So we're going to talk about pads, tampons, and diap cups. There are more options, but I only researched these ones because these are the most widely used ones. So if you do want my information about that, I can look deeper into that, like period underwear and stuff like that. But we're mainly talking about those big three. Okay, first we're going to talk about the diva cup, the one everyone fears because the stigma of it is like you take it out and then all of it in the toilet, blood everywhere, and you look like a vampire. So it comes in two sizes. One is for regular, and one is for people that have had pregnancy and given birth. You have to do two things. Well, before you use it every single time, you need to wash your hands. Second thing, you have to boil it before you use it. You have to boil it for your first use in boiling water. Okay, there are three ways to put it in. So first we have the C fold, which is the classic one. I do not have one to like show you guys with, but you're gonna fold each side to look like a C. And there's the second one where you punch it down, and then there's the triangle fold. So you flatten one side and fold both sides toward each other to form a triangle. So that's all there really is for the Diva Cup. There are some allegations that they do have microplastics that can seep into your vaginal flesh. Okay, so this was debunked. So the brand Diva Cups, because it's not just a general thing, like it's an actual brand, they are made from 100% medical grade silicone and they're plastic free, BPA free, latex free, and dye free. That means they are not composed of traditional plastics such as polyethylene or polypropylene, which are the most common sources of microplastics in consumer products.
As long as the cup is used and cleaned according to the manufacturer's instructions, there is no evidence that Diva cups release microplastics into the environment or into the body. So that's safe. I have seen that on TikTok of people saying like they release microplastics, so I'm assuming that's just like a specific brand. So Diva cup is safe for that.
And then there's the tampon. A lot of people are scared of this too. As a young person or a teenager, I totally understand. I was scared as well. But once you start wearing it more and more, it will be less painful or uncomfortable and you will get used to it. So I'm gonna go grab one to teach you guys. Okay, so this is the regular L brand. Well, it's like L period. And this is organic. This is the super size. It will come in three sizes. There is light, regular, and super, and sometimes there's other sizes for people with higher, like bigger flows. Okay, I'm really hoping the sound quality is okay while it's there so I can teach you guys how to use this. So there's going to be like triangle flaps, and you're going to pull them apart just to open the package. Like this is just the wrapping. You're going to pull it out, and it's going to look like this. There's going to be this plastic thingy and a string coming out the end, and then this plastic part. This, sometimes there's like texture here. This is where you're supposed to put your fingers when you put it up there. So you're gonna put this up your vagina. So pretend these are don't really have a good thing to use as if it would be a vagina. Sorry. Let's just pretend this is it. So you're gonna push it up, and then it should be here. And then you're gonna take one hand, take it here, and then it's still in the vagina. You have to use two hands to do it. And then you're gonna push this all the way up. Okay, so then you should feel that this is touching this plastic part is all the way up to the texture part. And then you can pull the plastic part off, and then the string will come out. And then if you want to, you can tuck it in. I usually just leave it in my underwear because this is a little uncomfortable and you can feel it. And then you should be good. As long as you push this all the way in and then push this all the way up, it should be all the way in and should be in the correct spot. Okay, I hope that demonstration suffices, but there are others on the internet, so you can find those as well. For the tampon, also, make sure when you're sitting down on the toilet, you are pushing like backwards and you're not pushing up. Because when you're sitting down, your vagina is not going upwards. Your vagina is this way. So if you're pushing up, that's gonna hurt a little bit. You just have to push back, and then you'll get it. It'll take a little bit to like get it perfectly and keep getting the right spot. There's also the pad, so I'm gonna go grab a pad now. This is also the L brand, which I love the L brand because they're all organic. In my last video, I talked about how there's a lot of chemicals in like very mainstream, big brand and big company pads and tampons. They have found arsenic and a whole bunch of really bad chemicals for your body. And your vagina is one of the most absorbent organs of the body, so that is very dangerous for your health. So, organic is the way to go. This is, I don't remember, but it's one of the bigger sizes because I have a heavy flow. And I'm about to start mine in 3 days. So, you take off the wrap. That's step one. Okay, and then you have this thing. You unfold it. It looks like a diaper. I know, I'm sorry. But most of them, they're going to have a sticky part that you peel off. So this is going to be the bottom because it's sticky. You're going to stick this onto underwear. You're going to stick this onto your underwear. And then you can take off the middle part. Like this will normally cover the sticky parts. So some of them have wings, some of them don't. I like the ones with wings because then you can wrap it around your underwear and then fold it on the underwear on the bottom. So you can just fold it onto your underwear so it won't move. And then there you have it. Like, make sure that this is high enough to be covering the opening of your vagina, and this is high enough to cover at least a quarter of your booty hole crack. Okay? Okay. I hope that was enough. Also, make sure if we have any thong wearers, thong girlies like me, don't wear it with a pad, okay? The bottom, let me grab it. The bottom parts right here, they will like fold around like the thong and get stuck around your underwear, and then you have to rip it apart. It's not pretty. I've done it before. It's not fun. You have to like, and then you get like cotton and stuff everywhere. It's not fun. It's not cute. So make sure to get some regular underwear. Like me, I got some, and it's Juicy Couture from Ross. So it's really cute. Do you understand? It's very self-explanatory, and if you need more help, you can grab a parent or an adult, or watch another video on YouTube. I have some pros and cons of wearing a pad. So for the pros, they are non-invasive because they're not going in anywhere. They're totally on the outside and external. And they are suitable for sensitive users, and you won't get toxic shock syndrome, which you can get from tampons, which is TSS. And that basically is when a tampon is left in for too long. Pads are widely available, and they are convenient because you can wear them overnight and you can carry them in a pocket and etc. And they can be worn for longer. Cons, they may show through clothing, like I wouldn't suggest wearing it with leggings because you can see it sometimes. They can feel bulky and like you're wearing a diaper, which is not very fun. Prolonged use can cause irritation because of the constant friction and movement. Movement can also cause leaks, so exercise, moving it around, like if you're doing exercise and like the pad moves like to the left or to the right, possibly all the way, blood can come out and then miss the pad entirely. So I do suggest wearing tampons or Diva cups for exercise. Other things with pads, water activities are limited. If you're going to the pool or the beach, you cannot wear a pad because, I mean, it's visible, and if it gets wet, then the pad will only soak up the water, not really your period blood. So I don't suggest wearing a pad to the beach or the pool. Also, you can feel the blood. I personally don't like pads because of this, because it feels really gross. You can feel the blood coming down, and it just makes me really uncomfortable, and I really dislike it. For tampons, pros and cons. You cannot feel it. First couple of times you use it, you will be able to feel it. They are easy to carry. You can just put it in a pocket, and they're discreet. No one can tell you're using one. You can swim in them, and they're better for active people because nothing can happen if you're being active in it. So the cons, we have TSS, vaginal dryness. Tampons absorb blood and natural vaginal moisture, which that's not very good. It's uncomfortable and complicated for beginners, like I've said earlier. Frequent changing. If you have a heavy flow, you're gonna have to change. Alright, so my storage got full, so I had to delete a couple things, and while I was waiting for them to delete, I looked on my Spotify. Ariana Grande's album came out today. It's called Petal. I don't know if anyone's been seeing the TikToks about bunny hop and And apparently, I thought it was a joke. Like, people were saying, like, oh, Ariana Grande's unreleased song Bunny Hop, and then they matched it to, like, a dance she was doing on stage, and it sounded like AI. But there's her 11th song literally says bad thing, parentheses, Bunny Hop. I'm gonna listen to that later. Where did we leave off? Tampons and the cons of tampons. Okay, so basically, if you have a very heavy flow and you run through tampons, you're gonna have to change them every 4 hours. And if you don't, like, 8 hours is the longest amount that you can leave it in, or you'll get TSS. TikTok deleted what I just recorded, so I have to re record it for you guys. I'm going very mad. Okay, how to figure out what you should use. If you're more active or exercise a lot, you should use a tampon or diva cup, or when you do, you should use a tampon or diva cup. Pads are my favorite to wear overnight because it's not unsafe or anything, and you can't feel it, so they're just nice. I also like to wear pads whenever I'm home all day because I can just be lazy, and I mean pads absorb a lot, so you don't have to change it that often, and you can just sit around in it. When I am going out, I normally use a tampon and then put a pad on too, just because I don't want to feel the blood and be like conscious about that, but I also don't want to leak, so I also put a pad. So if I don't change it in enough time, it'll just absorb. The blood will just be absorbed by the pad. Diva cups are great if you don't want to go to the bathroom and change throughout the day. Please, please buy organic. Please buy organic, okay? I don't want you getting sick, baby girl. I don't want you getting sick. Okay? Please, please buy organic, please. I know it's more expensive, but there are studies that the big the big brands, like always stupid. Is that what it's for? Always stupid. And the vagina is one of the most absorbent organs in the body, so we're definitely absorbing that shit. Organic, the organic ones don't have those because it's just cotton, and that's all it is. So, the College of Public Health made a study on it, and a quote says the study found that menstrual products contain a variety of endocrine disrupting chemicals, including phthalates, volatile organic compounds, also known as VOCs, parabens, environmental phenols, fragrance chemicals, dioxins, and dioxin like compounds. These are all endocrine disrupting chemicals. Your brain has an endocrine system which controls your hormones, which is very good, and which is not very, that's, and good is not a good adjective. It's very important for your health to have balanced hormones. If you do not have balanced hormones, you might get cancer or other dangerous things, okay? This is very important. None of those things should be in our products, okay? And that should not be touching our body or our hoo-ha, okay? So I should not be doing that. So please get organic. Please, please, please. I know it's more expensive, but it's very important. And I don't want you dying on us. So, if you want me to go into more things that can be found, of those things that can be found in regular everyday products or microplastics, because those are in a lot of shit too that we can absorb. I can go into so much stuff about health, but I'm not sure if that's what you guys want to hear or be taught. I can do a lot more things. Anything y'all want, just comment it down below or DM me or message me, and I will respond if you have any questions about your period. You can talk to me, but you should be talking to a doctor because I'm not a medical professional. I know what I'm talking about from the internet, which I have made sure I'm getting verified sources. There's verified information. So if you have any questions about that, I have all my sources in the description down below. And I love you guys so much. Okay.